Hello dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Chemistry Aspirant. Now in today's lecture, we are going to learn about the applications of the VSEPR theory. So in the previous lecture, you have learned about the introduction and the postulates of the VSEPR theory. If we have to summarize this theory, there we have learned that generally the lone pair repulsion is greater than the lone pair bond pair repulsion and the bond pair repulsion. The link of this video is given in the card. Kindly watch that video also. Again, you know that VSEPR theory is useful to predict shape and the molecular geometry of any molecule on the basis of the bonding pair and then lone pair present in the molecule. This is the importance of your VSEPR theory. You will know about how the distortion in the regular geometry and the bond angle takes place in the molecule. So, let us start with the first application. Here, I am going to take the first molecule, that is methane molecule. So, here I have shown a very simple application of hybridization theory. In short, you can observe that in the methane, carbon is the central atom which is surrounded by the 4 hydrogen atom, and carbon undergoes the sp3 hybridization process, forming 4 sp3 hybrid orbital. So here I have shown the each step for your reference, that is the valence shell ground state electronic configuration for the carbon atom, excited state electronic configuration, then the hybridization process. Now here you will observe in the bond formation, the 4 sp3 hybrid orbital overlap with the 1s atomic orbital of a 4 hydrogen atom and forms the methane molecule. So here you will observe that there is no any lone pair present on the carbon atom, only the bonding pair is present in the methane molecule. Hence the bond pair repulsion takes place, as you already studied in the VSEPR theory. It is the weak repulsion than the lone pair and the bond pair. Hence methane molecule have the regular tetrahedral geometry with the bond angle 109 degree 28 minute. The shape and the molecular geometry of your methane molecule is the same. So this is the first application of your VSEPR theory, by which we will able to predict shape, molecular geometry along with bond angle for the molecule. Let us consider the next molecule, that is ammonia. So here you will observe that in the ammonia, nitrogen atom is the central atom which is surrounded by the 3 hydrogen atom and which undergoes the sp3 hybridization, forming the 4 sp3 hybrid orbital. So in the similar manner, I have shown the ground state electronic configuration, as here the ground state electronic configuration is equals to the excited state electronic configuration. I have shown the next step as an hybridization step. So in the hybridization step, you will know that there is a formation of a 4 sp3 hybrid orbital. Next step is the bond formation step, which is important for us. So here you will observe that out of that 4 sp3 hybrid orbital, 1 sp3 hybrid orbital contain the pair of electron, which actually the non-bonding pair, or it acts as a lone pair, while the remaining 3 sp3 hybrid orbital overlap with the 1s atomic orbital of a 3 hydrogen atom, forming the ammonia molecule. So as a result, nitrogen atom contain the 3 bond pair and the 1 lone pair. So here the expected geometry for your ammonia molecule is a tetrahedral, as it undergoes the sp3 hybridization, and the expected bond angle is 109 degree 28 minute. But due to the repulsion of a lone pair bond pair and the bond pair, the bond angle from 109 degree 28 minute get reduced to 107 degree 18 minutes, and there is a distortion in the molecular geometry, which we call it as a distorted tetrahedral geometry or the pyramidal geometry. So this is the application of your VSEPR theory, by which we are able to predict the exact molecular shape and the bond angle in the molecule, in which the shape of molecule and the geometry of molecule is different. Consider the next application with the water molecule. Now here in the water molecule, oxygen is the central atom which is surrounded by the 2 hydrogen atom, and the water molecule formation takes place again by sp3 hybridization by forming the 4 sp3 hybrid orbital. So in the similar manner, I have shown the different steps, that is the ground state electronic configuration for the central oxygen atom, then the excited state electronic configuration for the oxygen atom, and lastly I have shown the hybridization. So in the hybridization process, you will know how the 4 hybrid orbitals are formed there. Now the next important step is the bonds formation step, which is important for us. So here you will observe that in the bond formation step, out of the 4 sp3 hybrid orbital, 2 sp3 hybrid orbital contain the pair of electron, which is a non-bonding pair or a lone pair, while the remaining 2 sp3 hybrid orbital containing unpaired electron overlap with the 1s atomic orbital of a 2 hydrogen atom and forms the water molecule. But here you will observe that in the water molecule, there is a 2 lone pair of electron present on the central oxygen atom and the 2 bond pair present on the central oxygen atom. So due to the sp3 hybridization, the expected geometry for water molecule is a tetrahedral and the bond angle is 109 degree 28 minute. But due to the 2 lone pair present on the oxygen atom, and we know that lone pair repulsion is greater than the lone pair bond pair repulsion, hence water molecule have the distorted tetrahedral geometry, which is generally known as an angular V-shaped geometry, and the bond angle reduced from 109 degree 28 minute to 104 degree 35 minutes. So these are the 3 different molecules till now we have studied, that is methane molecule, then ammonia, and then water. So here you will observe that there is a distortion in the geometry and the bond angle of your ammonia molecule and the water molecule due to the lone pair repulsion or the lone pair bond pair repulsion. So this is the important application of your VSEPR theory, by which we can able to predict the actual geometry of a molecule and the bond angle which is present in the molecule 1. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in my next video.